And who presents Sydney to be married to Andrew?
We do.
Wonderful. Well, all of you, the families, longtime friends of Andrew and Sydney, you are the foundation on which these two lives have been built. And your presence here today is their ultimate honor. You have supported, encouraged, and loved them. You've celebrated their wins and mourned their losses. You've been formative to their growth as individuals. And now you will help them form their identity as a married couple. So you are participants, conduits, catalysts in their joining process. And so, by applause, let's show our love and affirmation of this beautiful couple. Andrew and Sydney, the Rocky Mountains were formed by two tectonic plates that collided and supported each other as its bedrock reached new heights. May this be your metaphor in marriage, where you're promising to care about everything. The good thing, the mountains as your metaphor in marriage, where you're promising to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the mundane things, all of it, all of the time, every day. You're saying to each other, your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will be your witness. So I invite you to take another look at the crowd who have gathered here to revel in your I do's on this monumental occasion of promises and good fortune. As you scan their faces, take a deep breath. Bring them with you into this moment. These are the people who knew you as children and will know your children. These are the people who knew you in your wild days and now know you as you're wildly in love. Today is going to move fast, so preserve your memories. Sydney and Andrew are humbled and thrilled to have all of you here with them to celebrate one of the most incredible days of their lives. You are their favorite people. You carry a history with them. They've been shaped by your guidance and your influence. And you are the reason they included you on their elopement. You're their inner circle, generous travelers from Minnesota, Wisconsin, Canada. You've all made it to Colorado's thin air. You've made it to a culture of living in the outdoors, a culture of action sports, a mountain range with more breweries than Munich, Germany. Now the Spanish named Colorado after the color red, color rojo, inspired by this state's 300 million year old red rocks. Well, red is also the color of fire and love, and so color rojo makes a great home for this wedding. Sydney and Andrew are also inspired by those they have loved who have taken that next journey after life. Even though beloved people may leave this world, the impact of their creation continues to thrive. You're here, we're here, and they're here. I invite you to be seated. Well, over the last decade, Andrew and Sydney have evolved through high school and college into their careers and home buying. They look forward to continuing to build a future together, and they said, we are very grateful for our families and their support throughout our relationship. And we feel lucky to have them as part of our special day. Now, everyone who has ever loved us becomes part of who we are. Marriage is more than two individuals partnering for life. It is also the coming together and the merging of family and friends whom these two cherish for all the intangible gifts that you've given throughout their lives. You are their true friends. You know them as they are. You understand where they've been, you celebrate who they've become, and you gently encourage them to grow. These two echo Albert Schweitzer. Sometimes our inner light fades and is reignited by a spark of another person. It is important to reflect with profound gratitude on those who have ignited this flame within us. And so, Andrew and Sydney, I ask you, do you pledge to help each other to develop your hearts and minds, cultivating generosity, integrity, patience, enthusiasm, and wisdom as you age and undergo the ups and downs of life, transforming them into the path of love, compassion, and joy?
We do.
I do.
And will you pledge to maintain the awareness that life and people are imperfect? Life brings changes. Will you strive to be open-minded and appreciative of all the good things that life and your partner do bring, and to remain optimistic that you can achieve your most significant potential and lasting happiness?
I will.
We were hoping you would say that. Well, as Andrew and Sydney formalize their partnership, they honor all of you who have given them the gifts of life, nurture, and love. Through marriage, they also blend their learned family systems. With your symbolic contribution, they will now move to their table of blending their crystals, create a piece of art that will become a wayfinding statue for them, a reminder of your elemental presence in their lives. It is only through sharing and interacting that we experience love and insight.
This way.
Me?
No, that one's mine. So, we gotta set ours. Oops. Okay.
Jump right in.
Yep.
Each crystal is like a thought, a wish, a dream, an act, an intention, everything you bring to your nearest and dearest. Each crystal has a unique beauty, strength, and character. Individually, each can stand alone and be whole without needing anything else. However, when blended, they create a new and extraordinarily intricate entity. And like all of you, each crystal brings a lasting beauty that forever enriches the mixture.
Never told to take it away.
Cue the Wrangler.
Yeah.
Who's he told me?
Sydney and Andrew, you knew you found yourselves in love with one another as the culmination of your experiences together showed you the dawning of sensation and balanced, a sensation of balance and shared love. The beauty and joy of being on the same team and learning how your puzzle pieces fit together. You understood that being together forever is an ongoing choice. It is not a one and done decision. After all, your evolution requires personal work. Sydney, the quote from John Green explains your moment of clarity with Andrew. I fell in love the way you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once. When stressed and overwhelmed, Andrew's calm, reassuring nature eases your anxiety and brings you down to earth. Life is charming and fun with his humor, inappropriate jokes, and the joy on his face when he cracks one. You appreciate the balance you bring to one another, from climbing a mountain to being lazy on a couch together. And Andrew, you savor Sydney's presence and connection with honey-do tasks, within moderation, of course. You appreciate her support and generous help with hanging your hats or writing paper. She speaks to your love language of acts of service, especially in making your house an enjoyable environment, even when she has to talk you down from the ledge when enhancements challenge your financial comfort zone. Well, before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Friend, companion, acquaintance, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you've learned much from each other over the years. But shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. For after today you shall say to the world, "This is my husband. This is my wife."
Do we do the vows? Need a little cheat sheet. Sydney? Time to channel some of my AP days speech. Sorry. And thank you all for coming. It's the most important audience we'll ever have. Yeah, it's hard to do. Days may come and go, but my love for you will last forever. Things may not be perfect, but I promise to you to live my best life with you. I hope that we have many fun trips, and maybe one day that we make some grandparents here. Even if times are tough, I know you'll always have my back. I love you more than you can imagine.
Oh boy. Andrew, who would have thought that 10 years ago when you asked me to be your girlfriend, standing in the Minnesota river bottom, we'd be here on a mountain in Colorado saying I do. Well, maybe I had a slight idea, because I went home that night and pinned several rings to a brand new future wedding board on Pinterest. As you know, I've always been a planner. 8 years and a whole lot of growing up later, you did put a ring on my finger, and today I get the honor of marrying you. You are my person. You know how to make me laugh harder than anyone. You've seen the emotions I bottle up, and when they come out, you're always there for me, calm and reassuring. At the end of a long day, you're what makes home home, along with our cats, of course. I'm so happy to be here today to make this commitment to share the rest of our lives together. I promise to stay loyal to you and support you in everything you do. I promise to always say I love you, several times. I promise to never give up on us, even when times are tough. Andrew, I feel so lucky to have found you and for all the growth we've experienced so far. I'm so excited to begin our next chapter. 3,799 days ago, I said yes to being your girlfriend. 877 days ago, I said yes to your proposal. And today, I'm saying yes to forever.
Well, Sydney and Andrew, you've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of the promises you just made. Over the eons, stars have been born and then died in spectacular supernovas. The resulting explosion scattered all the elements of the periodic table throughout the universe. Some of these remnants coalesced into meteors that have bombarded the Earth over the last 4 billion years, leaving rare deposits of precious minerals. The rings you are about to exchange were made from stardust. Recently, someone dug up the ore. It was liquefied in a furnace at thousands of degrees, molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Your love is like that. Through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect beings shape it into something extraordinary. And Jason, you may present these rings. And Andrew, please repeat after me. Sydney, from this day forward,
Sydney, from this day forward,
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter.
My heart will be your shelter.
My arms will be your home.
My arms will be your home.
There we go. It's the mountains.
And Sydney, Andrew, from this day forward,
Andrew, from this day forward,
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
My heart will be your shelter,
My heart will be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
Let us stand. Andrew and Sydney's marriage is living from a place of gratitude and mindfulness. It establishes a relationship in which independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and obligation reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, but being the right partner. May you have a whole, vibrant, and growth-filled life together. Live in the moment, savor the seasons, face the future without fear, and leave the world slightly better than you found it. If you end up poor, we hope you are happy. And if you end up wealthy, we hope you are generous. And may your server never ask again, 1 check or 2? And many years from now, may you look at one another and be able to say, with you, I have lived the life I have always wanted to live. With you, I have become the person I have always longed to be. And so with the words that you have spoken and the actions you have performed to unite your lives, we now, by the power of your love and commitment, declare your marriage official and introducing, for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew and Sydney Fisher, husband and wife.